Chapter 34. As I said, Seal created a new world. It was the replica of the same world Veldanava had created. This is a new world. Not this world only, but all the other worlds Veldanava had created are here. Guy said. What? That's ridiculous. They were surprised as usual, but I ignored them because I have more things to do. I summoned my subordinates. We are here, my lord. All of them greeted me. This place. This was the first time I saw Diablo surprised, because whenever I did something absurd he would always react like he had expected that from me, but it seems that even Diablo didn't expected this from me. Yup, a battle is going to take place here soon and I don't want the innocent to caught up in our mess. That's why this is the place I created for the battle. As expected of our lord. He soon regained his calm. Now, it seems that we need to bring our final guest. Final guest? Seal, summon everyone from other side and also change this place into an endless plane. Understood. Everyone present there were covered in a barrier because the place was changing its structure. The world became a never-ending plane. Suddenly a flash of light emerged and the final guest appeared. This was my first time when I saw them in person. Veldora, Velgrind and Velzard were together. All of them were in their spiritual form. Forced teleportation, Feldway said. Yeah, it seems that we are invited by the rulers of the world. So, what is the reason we are summoned here, Guy Crimson, or should I say the mediator of this world? Miachel said. Well, I didn't brought you here. It was Rimuru and also the two behind you is more than enough reason for us. They are useless now. I have already collected their dragon factors and I thought of returning them, but after witnessing something amusing here I don't think I can return them. That slime has an unusual presence around him and also that is related to the last piece of dragon factor which is needed to resurrect our god Veldanava. What does that mean? Guy said vigorously. Calm down, this type of reaction is not suitable for someone who is appointed by the god himself. Let me tell you something, when I collected the dragon factor from the remaining true dragons, I thought it would be enough for me to resurrect the god Veldanava, but it didn't work. I understand that something is still missing, but only thing I can remember that is related to dragon factor is Milam and Evrage, but the problem is Milam doesn't have a dragon factor and her pet dragon's factor is still underdeveloped, so we can't use them. That's why after I absorbed the other three true dragons factor, I became strong enough to fight with Evrage, and I did. I fought with Evrage, even though I had my strength and the other three dragon strength. It was very close battle. I took his factor too, but it was not still enough to resurrect our god. I implanted a soul in Evrage and made him totally loyal to me. I thought that it would be better to return the true dragon to where they came from and think of a new idea to resurrect our god. Then you summoned us and I think now I'm aware that why we failed, because the last piece was not Evrage, it was this slime. This slime is the key to the resurrection of our god. Guy, tell me, don't you want to resurrect our god? We just need to take this slime soul and we might be able to resurrect our G. Shut up, Miachel. I know why you are so obsessed with resurrecting Veldanava, but one thing I can say for sure, that he is not something that needs our help. He is the god that created us and he doesn't needs our help. Rimuru has nothing to do with Veldanava, he came to this world recently. That's too bad. Here I thought I don't need to use violence, but it seems that it is inevitable. Clap, clap, that was nice, Miachel. You are correct, I have something to do with Veldanava. Rimuru said while clapping. Sorry, Guy, you are little wrong here. What do you mean, Rimuru? Guy and other was shocked, especially Milam, and what I was about to say might make them hate me for the time being. Everyone, as Miachel said, I have an unusual presence around me. You guys don't know, but this presence is of Veldanava. The reason why Veldanava is unable to resurrect is also me. I have a skill that let me travel in time, and using that skill I went back to the past and isolated his soul inside my stomach where the rules of the world doesn't matter. Is this true, Rimuru? Is this true? Milam asked. Yup, everything I said is true. Well, everything is correct because I never said I killed him, I just said I isolated his soul, but I know this will cause a little misunderstanding. Rimuru thought. When I said yes, everything is correct, Milam suddenly attacked me. Her speed, her power was nothing like when we fought in Walpurgis. This shows that how much angry she is right now. Why I trusted you. I thought you considered me as your best friend, then why you did that? Milam's voice was filled with rage and sorrow. She was throwing punches towards me, and these punches were nothing like the previous timeline when she fought Yuki. Each punch was so powerful that it can even kill the previous me. This shows that how much powerful her skill is, but that was not all. Guy, Miachel, Feldway, the three true dragons, all of them were angry. Guy had already copied Milam's skill and he was also very angry. They always thought that it was Veldanova's decision to not let him resurrect, but after the truth is revealed they couldn't contain their anger. Suddenly, the skills of Guy, Milam and many other who wanted to kill me evolved to God series skill. Actually it was all Rimuru planned to evolve them without helping them that much. My subordinates were in awe watching their master fighting the beings alone that can even kill them just by their presence alone. The beings that were fighting outside was not like before, they underwent evolution during the fight and became far stronger than their previous self. Even Diablo won't stand a chance in front of them. They were in the barrier made by Rimuru. Rimuru same, release this barrier and let us help. Rimuru's subordinates said, no, you would die. Rimuru replied. This reply made them feel extremely helpless and make them feel that they are burdened when their master needed their help the most. Instead of feeling of anger, the feeling of helplessness led them to their evolution of their skill. Shizu was already powerful enough to compete with them even without the evolution because it was Rimuru who made her skill, but Rimuru didn't let her participate that time because that would make his other subordinates look inferior. After their evolution, Rimuru released the barrier. The battle started. Zejin was fighting Zelenus, Diablo was fighting Feldway, Shizu was fighting Velgrind and all the other subordinates fighting others. Guy, Miachel, Velzard and Milam was against me. To be continued.